Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back in Moose Miners. Let's get to it. Between episodes I did a little bit of upgrading. I extended our number of grinders off to the right a little bit and tried to get things leveled off also as well, so the miners are all working on the same area. And made some upgrades, to the to our rail length. And made a bunch of upgrades to our minecart here. So this guy is actually keeping up pretty good. He's actually waiting on material to come down. We've got a decent amount of cash coming in. It's improved dramatically in a fairly short time. And what I want to do this episode, I want to get to wand crafting. We need 250,000. I'm probably going to wait for that. We're at 190. We're at 200 now. So we're super duper duper close. I've been trying to keep these rails close to where the ore is. I can pick up these moose and move them to where they can get to it a little closer. Just about a 250. Boom, we got it. Let's do our upgrade, wand crafting. And for this, we're going to need to add... what do they call these guys? I guess I just call them crafters. They look like little wizards. Let's do it. What's it gonna take? We need, oh man, 136,000 to add 68 crafters. Looks like we got 68 lanes here. So I'll wait till we get to 136. Probably gonna come real quick. As we get deeper into the gems, these are worth more now. So these are $33 each. So each stack of this color is 330 bucks. But we need 136,000 to add all of our crafters at one time. Let's do it. We're just about there. I'll go ahead and send storage early. That may give us the bump we need. Boom, there it is. 136,000. Boom. Now every lane has a crafter here. And instead of selling the gems, or the crushed gems and the sticks, these guys are going to slowly make magical wands for us. And these will sell for more money. They're going to start out slow. We may want to increase the speed on these guys right out of the gate. Let's do it. Boom. So you can see they've got a few different upgrades. How long it takes for them to complete a crafting cycle. So every upgrade speeds things up. And then how many wands they're going to actually craft per cycle. That's another upgrade. And speed, wands per minute. This is showing us what the current wands per minute speed is. And then they've got their own little area for storage if they're waiting on this minecart. In fact, let's send the storage. Because that guy, I think, had some sticks. You can kind of see we've got some ore stacked up. We've got some sticks stacked up. So these guys could use another speed upgrade. Let's do it. And another one. And another one. And another one. Let's keep upgrading these guys. Because they've got stuff to work on. I kind of want to see this buffer of these sticks almost empty. Just to note, these guys are being kept busy. Let's do it again. Boom, another upgrade. Okay, now we've got wands being made. That should help our income. Let's increase our rails. I'll do 10. And do the same thing down here. Although this guy is a little snug. I'll do one at a time over here. I'm going to send storage so we can get our cash sooner. If we look at the moose, I've actually upgraded the speed a little bit. So they're at 4.8 meters a second. Carrying capacity I upgraded quite a bit. They can now hold 30 items in their carts. And I upgraded the saw speed and the saw damage too. They should be more productive. What I want to do, though, is while these guys are getting into the more expensive gems, which is good, I want to keep moving off to the right. So let's look at grinders. And let's add a lot. I'll do 10 at a time. Grinders on the right. Boom. These are get to be expensive. That's 20, 30, 40, 50. That's as many as I can do. They start getting real expensive. So it's 659,000 for the next 10 grinders. Oh man, that's a lot. And we need to upgrade them, and we need to put little crafters on top too. You just got a boost. Let's do 10 more. Is that, I think that's 40 so far, maybe. Now we got to get to $1 million before we can do the next 10 grinders. Kind of like to do it, actually. Because I want to start widening how many miners we've got. Kind of working at the highest tiers. Cash is coming in pretty good now. And I'm just waiting to be able to upgrade my grinders. 10 more I would like. Where's our little minecart guy? Yeah, we're going to get there soon. We're at 700 grand. This send minecarts button, by the way, that takes all of these carts and sends them down. I don't think we need to do that right now, but that's another way if you need cash to kind of force the issue a little bit. We're almost there. This should bring us there. Grinders on the right. 10 more. Okay, boom. Now let's get these upgraded. Speed, we want to get these up to 60. Okay, everybody's at 60. And now let's keep the rail length going. Our miners close to where they're dropping off the ore so they don't have to travel so much. Same thing down here. And now I want to start adding miners over to these areas. Let's do it. The miners aren't cheap for the moose. You there. You there. 3. Five more there. In fact, we could do 10 at a time. It looks like they're cheaper than I thought right now. Let's do 20 more miners down here, and oops, there's 10 more. Price is going up. It goes up quick. The next 10 moose cost us over $500,000. Need 10 more up here, and then we'll upgrade these moose. Right now they can only carry one single little nugget. Okay, here comes our cash. All right, 10 more moose there. So we added a bunch. Now we got to upgrade them. Speed's up to 4.8. Capacity, they need a bunch of upgrades here. So I'll do 10 at a time. We can carry 11. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We want to get this up to 30. But right now, this is just upgrading all the new ones that we've added. $29, or that's 28 so far. $29 and 30. And then saw speed, I'm going to get it up to 191.2. We'll do these. Okay, those are all at the same level, and now the saw damage. Try and get this up to 10. You can kind of see these guys starting to move faster, make more progress. All right, those guys are upgraded. Let's keep these guys productive and move the rails up. Everybody is working away. Oh, we got to add our little crafters here. So I'll select all those columns, go down to crafters, and we got to wait 120K. Boom. Okay, now we got crafters working, and we need to level these guys off. Crafter speed. Throw a couple upgrades on this, see if we can get them all to 37.63. Actually, this is actually the time per craft, the top one. Over here on the right, this display, we want to get it down to 1.59 seconds per craft for all of them. And take a few more upgrades. .77, 1.59, so they're all at the same speed. Those guys are all leveled off. Let's give these guys some rails. Couple more and more carts. Okay, not bad. These guys are working away. More rails here. Cash is starting to accumulate. All right, let's keep going off to the right. Man, yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive. 10 more grinders is another 1.6 million. Oof. Yeah, that's one of the changes with one of the recent updates to the game is they've made the cost of more grinders really expensive and the cost of more moose way more expensive. But they've given us more upgrades. Let's look at the upgrades and see. Rails we've got done. Better minecarts we don't need yet. We're fine on the minecarts. Once they can't keep up, we'll unlock this and look how far it is. 1G. We don't have that much cash yet anyway. Storage minecart upgrades, we're okay there. In fact, our storage minecarts they're doing just fine, keeping up. Balancing minecarts, these guys are handy. They help manage when you've got, like, if I've got a bunch of gems coming in over here, but I don't have sticks to make the wands. There's a little cart that'll go back and forth across all these columns and kind of try and balance things out. Bring gems where they're needed, bring sticks where they're needed, in order to keep our little wizard guys here. They got their little wizard hats on, crafting wands. So that's what that one is, the balance mine cart. We don't need that yet, but we will want it eventually. Buffer chests. This is handy. This is basically storage right here. So if these mine carts back up like they're doing right now, waiting to unload because our grinders are slow, they can load into a chest and then keep moving. And then these miners won't have to go looking for a place where there's carts. That might be one we want to do sooner than later. Let's do it now. 500k. Boom. And then similarly, there are chests we can put at the other end of the tracks that allow the miners to unload, even if the minecarts are gone, aren't there yet, if they're dropping off product. So let's do those both. And let's do this merge one too. This will allow the resources to kind of flow horizontally if they get overfilled. So those three are all good. I'm going to extend my rail here. We're making some decent cash now. Move this up. And I'm going to add... Let's add the buffer chests here at the mine area. So now there are new chests here that they can drop off. So if this mine cart is dropping off resources, our moose can still drop off their product into these little buffer chests. We can do the same thing on the other side, the base buffer chest. Let's do it. Boom. You can kind of see there's chests over here. And it looks like they're merging two together. I'm guessing as we do more upgrades here, they'll get wider and wider merges. Right now they're connecting 2 lanes. If we do an upgrade, maybe it connects 4 lanes. We'll see as we go. Let's keep these guys going too. And we can put the buffer chests. Boom and boom. And we'll do the same thing down here. These guys nice and close. Base and mine buffer chests. And how about more miners? Try to do 10 at a time. Oh man, 1,000,000. So 10 here, and we gotta wait. We'll do 10 down below. Boom. And get these guys upgraded too. We'll upgrade everybody to 31 here in a second. Boom. Saw speed. $191. And then saw damage. We want 10. Let's see if we can get everybody upgraded on saw damage. Boom. Now all our miners are at level 11 for saw damage. That's how fast they chew through things. More rails. I'll add more mine carts. Rails. Incidentally, if I select more rails than I really want to upgrade, see this one over here is selected. If I go and extend the rail length, it's not gonna increase this one until all of these catch up. So that's kind of a nice feature if you want to keep things kind of symmetrical and organized. And that's one of the big challenges of this game. I mean, you can play it sloppy and just keep buying miners and throwing them all over. But I try to keep it manageable. And having a level like this prevents these miners from clumping up in certain areas and then just feeding one side of these, one area, and kind of backing up while this is all available and empty. At least that's the idea. Keep this rail close. Upgrade here. These guys can probably use more carts. That all looks good. What I kind of want to do is keep expanding off to the right. I'm okay if these guys go a little slower, that these guys can catch up. But let's get more grinders. Again, it costs a ton to add more now. Yeah, 1.67 million just for 10 of these guys. Oh man, that's painful. Gonna add my crafters right away. We don't miss out on selling wands instead of the raw resources. All right, let some cash accumulate here. I'll just do some smaller upgrades. And then hopefully we can upgrade the miner soon. We got speed, we got capacity, kind of like the saw damage. Let's make them more potent with their chewing. I'm actually going to steal a few from up here and put them down here. Same thing over this way. Take a few of you and put them over here so this can catch up to that. All right, more minor upgrades. Few saw speed. Just do whatever's cheapest over here on the left. I'm kind of not spending a whole lot on speed because I'm trying to keep the rails fairly close to them. I mean, I guess we can do it. Those are cheaper upgrades. Whoops, do I have moose selected? Okay, there we go. And more rails. I definitely want these guys to catch up with these guys, but I don't want to artificially slow these guys down by not keeping them optimized as best I can. Want every moose mining for as much time as possible and spending the least amount of time traveling. Right now I'm saving up cash so we can extend out to the right like a lot more. These are cheaper upgrades, that's why I'm doing these. All right, we got 2 million. Let's see how many we can expand off to the right. I can't do 10 yet. I'm almost able to do 10 more. Now I can. Boom. Make sure we add our little wizard guys. And let's take a look and see how things are going. Grinders. They're okay. I guess these guys are all able to unload. So we're okay here. Not too much backup. There's almost backup here, but I don't see any minecarts backed up here. So these guys, the grinders are kind of keeping up. Our little supplies of sticks here look good. Mostly empty. Ooh, it's getting pretty thick over here. Look at this. There's a bunch of ore and a bunch of sticks. Might want to increase our crafters, all of them. Let's do it. Crafter speed. Let's throw some cash there. A lot of cash there. And go back to doing rails till we accumulate some more cash. Wait till we get a couple million here before we expand more to the right. All right, those guys are extended pretty well. All right, extend to the right or minor upgrades. What should we do? Let's do minor upgrades instead. I guess I'll just pick some like the cheaper ones. And speed, like I said, I'm kind of not doing those as much just because we have the rails so close. They're not traveling long distances. Let's do capacity. Okay, that's a bunch of new upgrades for those guys. Waiting on a bunch of cash. How's this looking now? Not too bad. You can see our crafters now, they're starting to back up. Like these guys aren't crafting because I think they're full. Yeah, the storage is full. A couple things we can do. We can speed up our minecart down below that's selling off our product. Looks like he's moving kind of slow actually. Or we can increase the storage of our wizards, or both. Let's speed up the minecart and increase his storage amount. So we've got some upgrades here we can do, it looks like. We've got the cash to do it, 2 million. Let's invest quite a bit in the minecart that's selling our product. All right, so we spent all our cash pretty much. So now our little wizards, their little stockpiles in front of them, products to be sold, those should not back up quite as much. Oh, check it out. We just got a huge influx of cash. Let's expand to the right. Do another one, boom. Get crafters on here. Get those guys upgraded. And I should do this crafter upgrade. This is the wands per craft. These aren't cheap, but let's do a couple of these if we can. This will make our little crafter guys more productive. Gonna do one more of those upgrades. Boom, and then let's get back to doing the rails. All right, we are moving, we are grooving. Let's update grinders. I don't think I've upgraded their speed. Yeah, let's get these all up to 120. Let's go even faster. Throw some money at this. Okay, now they're going to be grinding quite a bit faster. Wondering if this is backed up. Oh, no, it burned through it. As these guys unload, they're able to move on. No one's hanging around. None of these carts are hanging around down here, which is a good sign. They're unloading pretty quick, so that's all good. I do see warnings here, but I think these guys are waiting on materials. That's fine. Not as worried about that. All right, now we've got 8 million in the bank. Let's expand. All right. That's all we can do. Man, it is so expensive to add more columns here. Crafters. And then their speed, we want to get down to 0.94 seconds per cycle. That's all good. And then I don't think they need storage. These guys are complaining because they don't have stuff to work on. They will soon. I think these guys are starting to catch up to these guys, which is good. That's what I want. In fact, we may move some of these guys all the way down here. As we get deeper and further into the resources, they are worth more cash. All right, how we doing? 6 million. Tempted to start buying more miners. Let's do it. Let's get another batch of miners going over here. They're getting more expensive. 2 million for 10 of them. Oh man. But we'll get started over in this little area. Man, I don't have much cash. I can't do 20 more. Wait for cash to accumulate a little bit, then we'll do all the upgrades to the miners. Ooh, whoops, I had 10 selected there. It's all right. They'll catch up pretty quick. $7 million. Let's see if we can get 10 more miners on each side. Working on these cheap ores, the cheap gems. Let's get these guys upgraded. $31. Yeah, let's get everybody up to 41. Can I do more? Not yet. Saw speed. And then saw damage. Boy, it'd be nice to get everybody up to 20. I don't think I can. 2.39. There we go. Boom. So saw damage for everybody's been improved. Get these guys up. What are we doing? 3.5 million. We need more. I'm going to do cheap upgrades, probably until we get 10 million, and then we'll see if we can add more miners to the new areas. These navigation controls, I didn't really go through them last episode, but in the bottom right of the screen, you can see the little home button takes us kind of to this base level vertically. And then if I go up, it's going to take me to the top of where my miners are at. If I'm over this way, I think it'll take me up to just this side. Yeah. So this is a good way to kind of navigate, and you can do the right and left as well. And I'm going to wait till I get 10 million, then I'm going to add more miners. But in the meantime, I'm just going to keep my rails as close to the resources as I can to minimize our travel time. It looks like we need more minecarts on this batch too, so we'll just throw some on there. These tend to be cheaper upgrades. It keeps things efficient. These guys some minecarts too. All right, we got 10 million. Let's see if we can add 10 more to each side, 10 more miners. I don't think we're going to be able to. We can try. There's 10 for you. There's 10 for you. And we're getting ready to add rails too. They're starting to get further away. Let's get the miners upgraded, then we'll do rails. Their travel speed, capacity. Everybody's at 41 currently. Saw speed, we're at 291. Oops, I just upgraded everybody. That's fine. And then saw damage is 21. Wouldn't mind upgrading that. But let's do rails. And let's do our buffer chests too. Might as well get those added in. Okay, that looks good. That all looks good. I'm gonna steal some of these guys. Put them down here. Steal some of you and put you over here. Now, this is less lucrative, right? We make less money off of these lower end things, but in order to scale up, we've got to get wider. We have some upgrades coming up that are going to allow these miners to have extra saw blades. Let's see where that's at. That is under Moose. Not Moose Saw. It's this one right here, Side Saws. It's $1 million for the upgrade, or to unlock it. Let's do it. Boom. And let's add side saws and see what that looks like. If I don't select any miners, side saw, we need $9 million. $9 million to add side saws to all of our miners. That we're gonna do that, and then we'll probably call it an episode. It's a pretty cool upgrade, actually. So we'll wait till we get to 9 million. It won't be long. In fact, I'm gonna spend money on some cheap upgrades just to keep things moving here. Got some minecarts. We'll extend these. We got the cash we need now for the upgrade. So let's get these rails upgraded first. Oops, that one's a little off, but they'll catch up. All right, let's do the upgrade. We want for all of our moose. Oh no. It's not it's not 9 million. It's 9G. Oh my goodness. Oh, I have it on 10. Let's do a single side saw. Here we go. 9 million. Boom. Check it out. Now these guys can handle an area twice as wide. They're not super efficient. See, this guy's going to do one at a time until he gets to an area where there's two. They won't always hit two. But man, it increases their productivity quite a bit. So that is a sweet, sweet upgrade. In fact, we might do one more just for the heck of it. We're almost at 10 million. Let's see what happens with two side saws. Just about there. We'll need to spread out the miners, otherwise they won't be as efficient. Crowded in. Let's do another one just for the heck of it. Boom. Now they got 3 saws each. So that's kind of cool. So we can spread them out and still be efficient. But that's probably a good place to wrap up this episode. We're making some cash now. We were struggling to get in the millions when we started, and now we're hitting the millions pretty regularly. Yeah, in between episodes, I'll do a few more upgrades. I might widen us out a little bit more. And then hopefully we'll be making cash even faster. And we can chase down more upgrades and more miners. And keep working through the gem pile. But that's it for this one. This is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoy the series on Moose Miners. Cool game, strange game, and strangely addictive game. But man, there's a lot. There's a lot of resources to mine here. Like understatement of the year award. But we'll see. We'll keep upgrading and we'll see how fast we can clear through some of this stuff. I want to thank Glidercat patrons and channel members as I always do. Deeply, sincerely appreciate that support. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next episode.